Hey guys, Steffen here, coming to you from Tallinn in Estonia, and today I'm taking another question from the Ask Steffen forum, and this one is about, is it possible to have a network of bidirectional cycle streets, or do they have to all be one way? So if you're not from the Netherlands and you're not sure what I mean by the word cycle street, a cycle street in the Netherlands is defined as when a regional cycling route will run through a city street, maybe a street just like the one that I am standing next to right now. So there's no separated cycle path. Cars and cyclists share the same travel surface together. This is a great question I'm happy to get to because this really has more to do with network planning and design instead of local geometry. So what will make a cycle street safe is dependent upon the intensity of car traffic on that street. And what determines the intensity of car traffic on a street is how useful the street is as a through route for through traffic. So if this street next to me was very convenient as a through path, there would be a lot of cars on this street. And if it was not convenient, there will not be many cars. And if it was not convenient, there will not be many cars on the street, which is the case right here. So it doesn't really matter if a street is one way or two way. What matters more is how convenient is that street as a through path. Now, if we have a street where we really need to run a cycle path through it, and there's still a relatively high volume of cars, that's where we start thinking about making the street one way in the Netherlands, because at least we can reduce the through traffic by approximately 50%. But if we have a two-way street, and there's not a lot of car volume on it to begin with, there's really no reason why we can't turn it into a proper cycle street. We could also still put in a cycle street on a two-way that's still busy with car traffic, but then what we might have to do is do what we call a Knip in the Netherlands, which is when you use traffic diversion, you block a portion of the street off to all through car traffic. So, for example, a car might continue past me, but maybe 100 meters ahead of me, there may be a bollard that blocks the whole street off to all cars, and then cars have to divert to another street. That would then lower the car volumes on the two-way street quite a lot, which would improve its function as a cycle street. The width of a one-way or two-way street isn't really that relevant when it comes to cycle street design, unless the street is so wide that cars start to go much, much faster, and that speed makes it unsafe for cyclists. So, when it comes to a cycle street, 90% of it is just good network planning and design, and then the final 10% can be worked out with local geometric design. Great question. Looking forward to the next one.